Yo, it is your reigning defending the People's Champion Dojo. And quite frankly, hey, after that reaction video I did the other day, I need to do this myself. So let's go ahead and see who is the best WWE superstar of all time. And we're starting off with Eddie Guerrero and Rowdy Piper. I have more of a connection to Eddie than I do Rowdy. And on top of that, it does feel like Eddie's influence was a lot more notable than Rowdy's. Not to discredit Rowdy, but he kind of got screwed over by being placed against the likes of Latino Heat. Rest in peace to both of these men, but I have to go with Eddie Guerrero. Rollins and Jericho, both men have had varying success when it came to reinventing themselves. Both are decently well known with reinventing one another, not one another. They've only had one feud. That being said, when it comes to their reinventions, I would probably give it to Jericho, with the exception of the stuff he's doing nowadays. Babyface Seth, after the Shield breakup, kinda didn't go hard after the Triple H feud, but every other incarnation of Seth freaking Rollins has gone hard, including the current incarnation of the Monday Night Messiah. Yes, I know it's not the Monday Night Messiah these days. You know what I'm trying to say. Nevertheless, Jericho, on the other hand, Hold on. Yeah, that does kind of lose you some points, and quite frankly, I'm gonna be real with you. Even with those two points excluded, I still enjoy the work of Seth freaking Rollins more than Jericho. Kofi Kingston and Bret Hart, one of the first wrestlers that led to me being a big fan of WWE was Kofi Kingston. AJ and Mankind, both are goated, but AJ is phenomenal. You know, San Martino's he technically does have more history in the world of professional wrestling than Ultimate Warrior. That being said, he's also more important to the history of professional wrestling than the Ultimate Warrior, and could have more interesting matches. And this is a man that wrestled when my grandparents were teenagers, and he still was able to out-wrestle the Warrior. Give me Bruno. Roman Reigns and Bayley. How dare y'all hoe Bayley like this? Same thing for Sasha. How are you going to... Some of these matchups I have to question of Sasha, and same thing for Bayley, but you are giving them unfair matchups. At round 1, Sting and Owens. Ooh. Same thing as I said with those first two. You did Owens dirty. Sting is an icon for a reason. I'm more of a fan of Big Show than Rey Mysterio, and I'm sorry. This is not even because of that reaction video. I just straight up never have been that big of a fan of Rey Mysterio. I have never been that big of a fan of Rey. So, sorry Rey. Vader and Taker, hey, you already know what it is. Nothing personal, Vader. Ooh! 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 Both women have had two of my favorite wrestling matches of all time. Bianca versus Sasha, Charlotte versus Rhea, both at WrestleManias. Both had their ups, both had their downs, but only one person has a vague reference on my attire. These logos on my pants are kind of based off of Bianca Belair in that same WrestleMania main event against Sasha Banks. I'm giving it to Bianca. Rock was more selfless, at least back then. And on top of that, Hulk Hogan in Big 2024, and you thought I was going to pick him? Are you high? Rock. Triple H to Cena. Ooh. This is a potential finals matchup, or at least semi or quarterfinals. Triple H has done more notable stuff following his... Well, he's done a lot of notable stuff during his career, and he is a first ballot Hall of Famer multiple times over. That being said, I could give Triple H brownie points for the NXT and nowadays WWE's booking, but we're talking about strictly their wrestling, and I've seen more of Cena and experienced more of Cena than I have of Triple H in terms of watching them live. I've been a fan of professional wrestling for 11 years. I've seen a decent amount of Cena. Hell, I've even seen Cena in person a few times. The first time when he took on Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Championship and Old School Raw's dark match. I'm giving it to Cena. Both are good at though. Becky or Trish, vibing a lot more warmer for Becky. But at the same time, it's also with the fact that I've not grown up with Trish. Punk or Bubba, best in the world. Or at least former best in the world before Drew came in and took that title. Flair and Miz. Miz is underrated and overhated, but it's still going to Ric Flair. You can't do this to me. How are you going to hold the Usos as well? It's stuff that upsets me, man. Edge and British Bulldog, you can't see him because I'm blocking the way, but it's Edge. Shawn, in ring and booker wise. Oh god. Some of these are actually decently hard. Relatively hard. Man, I don't know. AJ can go harder the ring, but The Rock has disappointed me less. Some of the things I can think of when it comes to AJ, I can think of the likes of his feud with Shinsuke in WWE, which let me down. Samoa Joe, which let me down. This man has only had 2 genuinely memorable WrestleMania matches, and they're ironically against people you would not expect it to be with. That being LA Knight and Shane McMahon. By the same time, this is the same man that has had bouts against John Cena, which in ring, his matches with Cena is more enjoyable than The Rock's. The Rock and Cena had the whole, hey, they're 2 icons of their own generations. They held similar roles for their eras, but at the same time, AJ and Cena went harder. I don't know. I have to give. I don't like this. I have to give it to The Rock. I'm sorry, AJ. I'm sorry, Punk. Both are the longest reigning undisputed champions of their own era. Both are in the top 3 for the longest reigns of all time, or top 4. And while he had better defenses, I vibe more with Roman Reigns. Again, Bruno and San Martino wrestled when my grandparents were teenagers. I think it's no brainer that I vibe with Roman Reigns more than Bruno. Kofi or Eddie? You know what? New Day's in here. So while I keep talking about your stuff in the New Day, hey, you'll still be in here. Eddie. Speaking of Rock, I'm going New Day. This is a grand finals matchup in the second round. What do you mean, Cena or Austin? What do you mean, Cena or Austin? Personal bias. Cena had a longer run. Both are very important to the world of professional wrestling. Both held similar roles for their eras. Both worked better as faces than as heels. Both were iconic for their time and in general iconic. Both, if their theme songs hit, you lose your mind. While Austin had higher pop, Cena, I feel like it's a little bit more. You know what? Debate me in the comments. I want to start some discussions in the comments. Beef with me if you want. But I'm gonna argue that Cena is more important to the world of professional wrestling. Both are integral, but I'm leaning towards Cena. I'm sorry, Austin. I'm leaning towards Cena. In order to be the man, you have to be the man. And while Ric Flair is legendary, while he's done a lot for a lot of the following generation. I have to give it back to you. Sorry, Randy or Rock. Hey, Rock, you weren't the guy that made me angry when I first started watching wrestling. Back when I was a teenager entering high school, you weren't the man that pops up that frequently, that often. This man has been there for the majority of me being a wrestling fan, and has been a notable figure at nearly every turning corner. It's Randy. I hate you. I hate this website for daring to put these 2. They're both important to me. You have Kofi Mania. You have King Woods, you have Big E getting his coronation, you have the New Day pod, you have the Brotherhood of these guys, you have the Fiend, you have the match with Cena, you have the matches with Bryan, you have the presentation, the storytelling, the sheer creativity of Bray Wyatt. Both speak to my soul. both have had their fair share of horrible feuds as well, with the Good Brothers and the old days sort of stuff, with Brock Lesnar and their 3 run-ins with the Beast, with Kofi Mania crashing down, with Biggie losing his title with the whole Beast in the East, and then Bray Wyatt with his Randy Orton feuds, only getting 1 victory off of Randy on an episode of SmackDown. I believe it was SmackDown. One of the few times the Fiend pops up on SmackDown, and how he got misused for so long. I don't want to choose. I have to. Heads. Hold up. I didn't say nothing. Best out of 3. Best out of 3. Heads for New Day, tails for Bray. Heads, New Day, 1 point for the New Day, 2 points for New Day. I'm sorry, Bray. Eddie or Taker, both iconic. Bless the dead man. Come on. Becky or Roman, hey, it has been a long, wild ride, Becky, but as the big dog, as the tribal chief, is the head of the table. Batista or Edge? Battle the Spears. If this was about the Spears, Batista would clear. If this was their actors' chops, Batista would clear. Edge has given me one of the greatest, if not the greatest, return of all time. Edge has given me that feud with Seth Rollins. Edge, I'm going with female John Cena versus male Bianca Belair. I'm giving it to Cena. Shawn or Punk? Modern day Punk versus old school Shawn weighs both men down. Punk has been injured left and right and center. I'm not even talking about the whole backstage stuff, because Shawn has his own fair share of backstage incidences and some on screen as well. That being said, I have to give it to Shawn. In the world of professional wrestling, when people talk about some of the greatest matches, Shawn Michaels' name is more likely to pop up, so I have to go for HBK. Close. Repeating history, Seth versus Sting, just like that night of champions. I'm sorry, Sting. I vibe more with Seth. As for Cena, we're winding this down. Hey, New Day, y'all the goats. I'm sorry, it's Randy Orton. Seth or Roman, both had high highs, both have had low lows. Roman, with the head of the table, was quite the high highs. Seth, with his babyface run post-Shield, before the Visionary days, was low lows. Roman had 5 years of forwardness though. Not over 5 years. From the end of the Shield in 2014 all the way until 2019, he was meh. Seth had less meh reigns. I can't top 4 be at the whims of a coin toss as badly as I want to. Roman Reigns is one of the reasons. Both of them are technically the reason why we had such an amazing WrestleMania 40 match, one of the most iconic of all time. But I still had to teeter a tiny bit towards Roman Reigns. Undertaker and Shawn, just like a WrestleMania match, this is difficult, but not difficult for me. Undertaker's got that aura. Undertaker has higher. Oh no, I can't even say that with the last decade that Undertaker had was not that fully great. That last decade, you had him versus Goldberg, the Brothers of Destruction versus DX. Roman and Taker, which does go against Roman too, because Roman had the awful match with Taker. Triple H, you know what? Undertaker. More non-wrestling fans will think of the Undertaker. Undertaker had that aura that will make you feel like a fan, even if you are his opponent. And the longevity too. I hate it here, but I have to go with Undertaker. Cena and Orton, a classic. Two matches that have happened already. Taker and Roman, but Taker wins this time around. Cena and Orton. Sometimes I underrate Cena because I don't realize just how much of a role he's played in my fandomhood. He's one of the first individuals that led to me becoming a fan of professional wrestling. Was a part of some of my favorite wrestling matches, like him and Brock, him and AJ at SummerSlam especially. I'm teetering towards Cena. And then last one, Cena and The Undertaker. God. Both are recognizable names inside and out of professional wrestling. Both names have had high highs and low lows. I hate it here. I hate it. You know what? I was gonna go ahead and ask the homies in the DC. Cena was the one that got me into professional wrestling. Both are two of the greatest of all time. And you know what? On another day, I probably would change my answer most likely. But on this day, I have to give it to John Cena. And yo, I'm probably going to do another one of these sometime soon. We'll see. I'll probably do more than just for wrestling. That is TBD, TBS. But for now, I like to thank you. If you've watched this video through, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, keep your boy over on the Twitch, because we are going to go ahead and do some more of these over there. Y'all can go ahead and discuss with me live. Y'all can also discuss with me in the comments below for what you think of this video so far. But hey, for now, we're out. See ya.